Okay. So thanks so much, everyone, for coming on this morning. I so appreciate that you've given up your time just before Christmas. Very mindful of our time. And yeah, just our hearts going out to Beata at the moment. She sends her apologies. She wasn't able to get on just due to what's been happening with her son. And I think Renelle will end up coming on, but I know Denise had something on, and there was just Maricel's had a baby, so that's a good excuse. So yeah, lots happening at the moment. But what I just wanted to maybe just leave 2017 and maybe just speak to you about how I'm just hoping today will go is just basically to share what is on my heart about the WOW leadership and the WOW team and where I see it going. The vision that I have for 2018, but I also want everyone to contribute as well. And this can just be collective ideas that we're going to come up with over the next few weeks, just on how we can all grow into being better leaders as well. And also, I would just love, firstly now, if you could just, because I know some people don't know Tanya, I think nearly everyone knows each other, but could we just spend 2 minutes just saying hi, who you are, and basically just a little bit about you or where you think you may be able to. I know why you're here. I know why everyone has been chosen. But I think together we can really do something powerful. And just want to maybe just, if you could just maybe give just 2 minutes about who you are. So basically Tanya would know, and if the people anyway that are on the recording will hear. So we might start with you, Helga, as you're at my top corner. If you could just unmute and let people know a little bit about you. And
yes, I'm Helga Dalla. I live on the Sunshine Coast with my husband and my dog. I've started with LifeVantage in May, so 20 months now, something thereabouts like that. Diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis in March 2015. Tried an array of things over a period of 18 months that didn't work. Then I started Protandim, and I signed up straight away because I just had a good feeling. And I had amazing results. I've been able to get off my medication and everything. And for me, and you wanted to, how we could contribute?
Well, I just know that this woman, which most people don't know, has got the most phenomenal group for her downline. She's one of the most creative people that I know. She's put together, when we put out the thing about a meetup, some people grabbed it, some people didn't. This woman went all out now, has built websites, has got the most phenomenal group, Advancing Health Naturally. She does meetups where she brings speakers in, because it's more than just Protandim for Helga. Like, her heart really is WOW. You know, you really are a warrior of the world kind of a thing. So
thank you. I created, it's a non-for-profit, Advancing Health Naturally, because I just was not attached. I didn't like I wanted to attract people to me organically. I didn't want to push the products, any of our products, on anything. So I thought, if I open it up and share all the tools that have helped me in my healing journey, from meditation to yoga to nutrition to eating correctly. So, and I've created my own tribe, and I just give them options now. I've partnered with a lot of other people that have online meditation, nutrition courses, and I just bring it all together. So people organically, when they come in, if they gravitate towards buying LifeVantage products, which 90% of them do eventually, so that's the way. And then I've just cross-linked it. So I've got my private page, my business page, my website, my meetup, and every time I do a post, I cross-link it. If you haven't joined our meetup on our Facebook page, join us. If you haven't, So it's like a big circle. So it's connecting everyone. And I've just got a big banner done up, and I'll pick it up today for the caravan. Join our tribe.
Yay. So Helga comes with a breadth, and look, she's amazing when it comes to the creativity, when she comes to design and things like that. She's been helping me with this YouTube. So, you know, there's reasons why Helga's here, and the other thing is she has an amazing story. So if anyone ever needs, you know, somebody to help me out, Helga's one of them. Put me on. I will speak to anyone about my journey.
Absolutely. Yep.
So, Ange, if we could just have maybe a couple of minutes of your story and where you are. I'll unmute you. There you go.
There you go. I've unmuted myself. Hi, I'm Angie. I think most of you know me anyway, but I did see a couple of names I haven't seen before. I'm from Perth, Western Australia. It's all the way over the other side. I joined LifeVantage through Karen Hearn, who rang me and said, oh, you've got to try this product. I'm a personal trainer and I do mobility and fitness. I've also just recently been invited to a women's speaking group. So I'm now learning how to have a real presence on stage and go to women's events, and shortly we'll be starting a big corporate speaking group, which is great. Oh, I've got one of those ums in there. What I really love about LifeVantage is I've had a very tragic year this year, not any more tragic than anybody else, but quite difficult. And I realised that belonging and being part of something bigger than you and contributing and having some significance in the world where we can help others genuinely with their health, but also with connection again. You know, people connecting people together, people bringing people together, people bringing a world that's quite sick at the moment in a lot of ways, mentally and also, you know, physically, bringing people back in together collectively to make a healthier world and a healthier impact. And it's something that I've brought my two children up to do over the years. Both of them are in the medical profession, or I say you're in the sickness industry. But both of them need to see the contrast of the hopelessness of when you get to that stage. It doesn't mean that I don't think that medical people are unimportant. Of course they are. We're always going to have sick people in the world. But I believe what we have and what we can give and how we can educate others and bring people back and be connected again is far more valuable than anything else we've got in the world. And basically my journey started on the product because of my fibromyalgia and my health issues as well too. And I constantly get people telling me, oh my God, you look so good, your skin looks so good, you're so healthy. And those who know what I've gone through mentally in the last 12 months basically would understand that now that I have the tools myself and have experienced certain things myself, I feel that it's my duty now with my tribe, which I look at LifeVantage and I think to myself, I finally found it. It took me 50 years, but I found my tribe. My people that speak my language, my people that have a powerful message and a powerful drive to want to change the world and impact the world. And I love that G's called us warriors of the world, because I think that's truly what we really are. So, yeah, that's me. And I'll help anybody. G will tell you. Yeah. Anybody in the team can ring me from anywhere and I'll speak to anybody. And I just love that I can contribute and be part of such an amazing group of people. You know, I know that G's handpicked us all, and that there's so much talent amongst all of us and so much drive and so much love and so much giving. And I just really love being part of that.
Brilliant, Ange. No, it's so true. I did pick you because I know you have a wealth of information about health, but also any of this that you're learning now, all this, you know, women's and teaching and coaching and speaking and everything, you'll be able to help other people with this as well. And the fibromyalgia. So Una, the lovely Una, could you just introduce yourself and just tell a little bit about you?
Hi everybody, my name's Una Closty. I live up here on the Sunshine Coast as well, and I am a nurse. I've been a clinical nurse for 30 years, and I'm married here with 2 grown-up kids, 19 and 22. And yeah, I joined LifeVantage at the very beginning with G and the other 4 in the group. And yeah, I joined it actually. I was very interested in the product because obviously I'm very passionate about health. I was very excited to see where we could go with that, because obviously I see a lot of illness. So it's really a nice concept to be able to offer people a solution. But I did also see the business opportunity, and that was very exciting for me as well, because from the background I came from, you know, for me it was a real growth thing. You know, I never thought I'd be able to do direct selling or have, you know, be able to offer people an opportunity where they could have some financial freedom as well. So it's been a huge journey for me. I've always been a nurturer, so I'm not sure what are the skills that I've got, because it's pretty much a rat race for me at the moment. I have a couple of other jobs, so it's really kind of been, you know, a journey that I've been a bunny with headlights on, really. So next year, I'm going to actually slow down a little bit and enjoy the journey a little bit more, and do a lot of self-development for myself, because I think that's really where I need to grow and be a better leader as well. So I'm not sure what I can offer people. I'm always here. I'm probably a very stable person, you know, and I always have been for the group. So yeah.
You are. And look, you're the person that all of us can go to when we have got the health professionals and the skeptics and things, because Una has had some amazing, she's had a couple, well, you've got about 5 specialists and everything on Protandim now, people who are consultants and everything in the hospital. So if we ever need anyone to speak to a health practitioner or anyone like that, Una's a great person to actually put them on, because she is so stable. So Sue, and we'll just do kind of 2 minutes each, because I know I really want to try and get through, and I'm wary of time. So Susan, Susan Young.
Susan Young. I'm down in Melbourne here. For me, it's about contribution. I don't have a history of network marketing. I got into it with Arcegenics briefly. My history is more around media production and then long years at home raising children. But I came across from Arcegenics. I started with Arcegenics on a product experience, was amazing, and thought, wow, I need to share this. But I came across from there because of Protandim. I don't know if many of you know, but I'm well into my 60s. Well, I'm into my 60s now. I lost my sister recently through the drugs used to control rheumatoid arthritis. So Helga's story really resonated with me. And when I saw her, when I did my research on the product and I saw her, I thought, wow, I've got to look further into this. My mother passed away with dementia. That was 10 years of trauma and sadness. And probably my entire family has passed away between the ages of 49 and, I mean, my mom lived to her 80s, but other than that, it's been around the 60 mark, you know, in their 60s. My brother-in-law at 52 with cancer, lots of that sort of thing. So when I saw the opportunity to be part of something that could have such a huge impact, and when I saw that not only, I actually joined for the skincare, but when I saw what Protandim could do, and I visualized how much we could actually help, and then I started looking at the whole business side. And then when I realized what we could do with the business side, I thought, yeah, this is now where I found my niche. This is what I want to do. Over the years, I've done a lot of self-development on myself, so mindset is not really an issue for me. It's now getting the skills and taking the action. And I just love that I can be part of a massive movement to change, for change, and at the front of it, like Nutrigenomics. Wow, this might just mean that people like my sister don't have to die in their 60s taking 38 drugs a day. And that's where
I see you, Susan.
I don't know what I can bring to the group or the table. I think I'd like to think about that over this holiday period of what I can actually contribute. But G, you've picked me for whatever reason, and maybe you can tell me what I'm here for.
I think because I've got to know you so much recently, you're a very detailed person. You're very much a systems person. You follow through on lots of stuff, but you also have a wealth of information with John Assaraf. You have lots of mindset, which I love, that I think you can really bring to the table. So yes, I want everyone to have a think over this Christmas where they see themselves going. Susan, if you can just do 2 minutes, because I'm really wary of time here, and then I want to just carry on. Susan Holland.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Firstly, G, I just want to say how blessed and honoured I am that you've chosen me as one of the WOW women. So thank you.
That's okay.
For me, I joined LifeVantage in March this year. I've been in the medical profession for years too, and it saddens me to see what pharmaceutical drugs do to people. So I have a real passion to change people's lives in more of a natural way. I have a heart to make a difference in the world, and being a warrior of the world is really fitting. I like how everybody's saying we're connecting people. That's really important. What can I bring to the group? Well, I've had 20 years network marketing experience, so hopefully I've got some nuggets in there that I can help share with people along the way. Just really looking forward to enhancing people's lives and helping people reach their goals, really.
Brilliant. And that's what I know about you, Susan. She has got a wealth of information about network marketing and being in these companies, and I think that can really help us all as well. So
can I just say sorry?
After
20 years of being in network marketing and thinking this is the one, this is going to work, I'm just absolutely blown away that I know this is the one.
Brilliant. It is. So Tanya, you don't know many of them, so yeah, I'd love if you could introduce yourself and a couple of minutes about yourself and what you think you might be able to bring to this group.
Sure. So I'm Tanya Southey. I have been in corporates for the last 25 odd years. Most of the last 10 years I've been on executive teams, so really high stress roles. And I decided at the end of last year that I was very fortunate. All my shares paid out and managed to wiggle the way out of corporate, that I was going to take a sabbatical. Stumbled across this through Beata and thought I'd get involved. The reason I'm really passionate about this is there are a number of reasons. One, people just don't know how to look after their health naturally. And two, my daughter at the age of 18 got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is hideous. And we went through probably 5 years of hell, doctors trying to get her onto medication that they were going to test her once a week to see whether she developed a brain tumor or leukemia. Luckily, she resisted taking that drug because she'd been tested as sensitive to the drug anyway. And we found through a naturopath, somebody who got her onto a regime of gut healing, probiotics, turmeric, a number of things that actually ashwagandha, that actually are in Protandim. And so when I saw Protandim, I realized that for us, we've been fortunate, but it costs us about $1,000 a month to keep Jess in supplements and naturopathic visits, and that's fine. We don't begrudge her that. But so many people that I've tried to help just don't have the finances to actually do that. And so when I came across this little yellow pill, I thought, well, this is accessible. Like, you can't, if you're really unwell, you can't say you can't afford $67 a month. Give up coffee or give up, I don't know, one or two takeout meals a week, and you pretty much are going to pick that up. So really passionate about that. I think what I can bring to the table is I've had to deal with a lot of change, how to grow businesses, coaching very senior people like CEOs on how to do things differently. And so the mindset stuff, that was my bread and butter, around like how are you showing up in order to perform. Also done a lot of speaking on circuits and stuff, and you'll notice, Angela, I am saying a lot, and don't worry about saying when you speak, because actually the TED Talk guy actually trains you to say because without it you're inauthentic apparently. So they actually encourage that on TED Talk, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. So yeah, that's me, and I just want to help everybody grow and be successful and do something that actually isn't harming people, the planet, because certainly the world's in a really bad place. So yeah.
Lovely. So look, Tanya became a Pro 3 last month, which was great. And I know like Una was a Pro 6. So she's really growing, and she's actually got teams in the UK. I actually spoke to Brett this morning, messaged, and we're going to connect up in January. But what I just wanted to really share about what I see, I know a lot of you have been on, and I know a lot of us don't really like the word journey, but there has been a lot this year on huge growth journeys. When I think back to a year ago where most of us have been to where we are now, like we're really completely different people. And I just see 2018 for me, I'm just so excited. I feel we've been getting ready for this year. And I think when you were all saying connected and things like that, the words I had written down was collaboration. I believe that this is going to be a team of collaboration, and we need collectively to be able to enhance that. Everyone's going to notice who we are anyway, probably because of just organically what we're going to do. So I just think we don't all need to learn everything. If we're not good at certain things, there is other people that are really good at that. So rather than everyone trying to learn this, set up YouTube, set up this, set up that, why do we need to do that when somebody might already have it and it's working really well? So that then we can free our time. I know Paula wants to really learn, and she's doing some courses on LinkedIn. And I went, great, would that be part of your thing that you can teach us then, how to market a lot more to LinkedIn, because that's the area she's going down and she's really enjoying LinkedIn. So I really want us to start thinking, and it was kind of from Ranil that he kind of went, okay, so collaboration, so, not bringing people on 3 ways. Like we've just done everything that you're not supposed to do in network marketing, but when people are busy, a lot of people have an amazing database. And this is what I've been noticing in the last month. When Denise has even spoken to a couple of the guys from work, they said the reason why I haven't got into network marketing is, one, I can't be doing with the rah and the hype and everyone rule it. They said it just makes me want to throw up. And 2, you all look like you're run ragged to the bone. And I just don't have that time, even though you say you're only supposed to do it in the nooks and crannies of your day. Realistically, to get your business off the ground, you do actually have to spend quite a bit of time with it. So I think, and what's been working for me, and I believe the only way I got to Pro 7 was because I started working predominantly with Ranils and Beata and Susan and that, and we literally took their databases and basically for a period while they were really busy and basically did 3 ways on his behalf. So, I think we need to, when we're speaking to people as well, maybe, say that to them as well, that we're here to actually work with your database. And when Denise has even been saying this to a couple of people, they've gone, oh my gosh, well, if you could, if I can introduce you and you can work with them and then teach me along the way. So I think we just need to be a little bit smarter when we're speaking to really busy people, because they know network marketing. They see a lot of their friends. It's not an industry that people don't know. But when they start seeing the money come through, that's when they actually think, hang on a sec, this actually works. I might start putting in a bit more time and things like that. So I really want us to start goal setting over the next few weeks, but just really thinking about, you know, what I've written down here is living by faith rather than sight. And it's really hard for us to actually expand our minds sometimes. Even with the Hong Kong, when the MD was out and Fiona Hoy said, I literally want you, the first thing is expand your mind. And I think for so long we've had such huge limiting beliefs, all of us, you know, growing up and things like that. I know from Ireland, you know, my mother nearly had a heart attack when she said I was going working for myself. Why would you do that and give up a good job? You know, so all them fears and things like that, I think we need to literally have, and that's why Renelle, it'd be really good to get Renelle back on again as well, because he really wants to teach us all on the whole vibrations and energy and what you actually create by having negative energy either in you or doubt in you. Like myself and Una at one stage, because I was doing The Stranger's Secret, and I really recommend people really start listening to that kind of mindset. And I wrote down I was going to be Pro 7, and Una wrote down she was going to be Pro 6, and it was like, how is this even going to happen? 50,000 points short, but it happened. I never for 1 second allowed myself to go into the whole sphere of, don't be so stupid. I had 10 girls that I worked with saying, you can get to the Bahamas in the month of November. And when we became focused and detailed in that, I think seven made it, and the other 3 are going to make it in the next couple of weeks. So I think as leaders, I really want you over the next few weeks to think about, one, where you fit in and what you can bring. I want us to be, to really birth lots of ideas. And one of the things that I've been looking at, and I know there's lots of different ways that people talk about personality types. And when we did one recently where it was DISC, and, you know, there was the fun, and there's the, I don't know which ones you would have used before, Tanya, but, you know, there was the D that are dynamic and kind of more the leaders. And then there's the fun people, and then there's the people that are helpful, and then there is the people that need all the figures and need the analysis and things like that. And what I'd love us to look at this year is even to see it as seasons. And I want us to think of, you know, are you like spring? Are you a visionary? Are you somebody that comes up with ideas? And then we need to look at, you know, summer, who are the kind of people that you can speak to about these things as well. And then going into autumn, they're the ones that say, right, let's collectively look at this then. So I've been working a bit with Renelle, because I've been throwing lots of ideas, and some of them haven't worked out, or we've kind of gone, nah. But before, I've always kind of gone to everyone, or I've gone to maybe winter, which the idea can get killed straight away, you know, if you go from spring to winter. So I really want people to start thinking about what you'd like, or different ideas that you think may work. You know, Tanya, you're coming from a corporate background. I would love some ideas that you think, you know, I know some of the guys or some of your people can't get on training a lot on a Monday night, or some ideas on different training that we could end up doing as well, that people may, not just a lot of network marketing, but different ways, I think, on how to speak to Chinese. I know that you know a lot about the Chinese culture, and I think we need to be really smart.
I think we need to maybe brainstorm what we need to know in order to be effective, because the way you do business in Australia versus how you do business in China is very, very different. And so you want to get that stuff right. And I think the other thing we've got to look at is whose role, actually, what is the role definition of all of us in the group, and which roles will we step into? Because if we can get that really clear, we can become very efficient in how we work. But if I'm doing stuff that you're supposed to be doing,
yes,
or Susan's, if we're duplicating, that's when we become very inefficient, and you get run ragged. And also, if roles aren't clear, we may get into conflict and go, why is G doing that? I thought that was my role, And you don't want to get bitching and moaning and, being some sort of dysfunctional group. So I think how we become really functional is to know a bit about yourself, but also know what role that we're taking up in this little system that we've got, and how those roles are defined. And I'm happy to help you with some of that, G, so that we all get very clear on why we.
Great. That would be great, because there is 12. And look, one of the things that I've put together, myself and Helga have been busy, but if there was maybe 2 or 3 people that could help with our YouTube channel. So we have just set up a YouTube channel now called Wow LifeVantage Team. And I've basically written this script which comes up with each of the videos, which is just a nondescript. It's just talking about nutrigenomics. It's talking about how we are passionate about helping people's health, but also if somebody wants to make maybe extra income, that we mentor and coach people. So I would really like if everyone could subscribe to that. I'll just show you it on the screen, and we are going to be adding in lots of videos over the next, over the next couple of weeks in here. So at the moment I just started, so it's called we've just got it up as Biohack Your Body. So rather than you taking my information, can you see this?
Yeah.
Great. So yeah, so I've just started downloading all the doctor series that Darren Jensen has done, and I'm going to create playlists. And I'd love, if somebody, there'll be an email address and a password. So, if there's a couple of people that just say, you know what, I'm going to help you run this, and I'll upload videos on there, because I just find all of us having our own YouTube channels, and it's just time, and people don't have time, and then you don't really want to be actually advertising somebody else's information either. So yeah. I'm going to create playlists for Chinese. I'll stop sharing there. So if we can all, I'll put that in our group. So if we can all add into that. But look, I think we've done really well this year as well. September, we came up with an idea about the Activate group. And that group, it still has the potential to really, I still think that we need some more, ideas around that group, because otherwise it's not going to flourish. Different ways of customer retention. So there's lots of ideas that I think we need to maybe instill, which I would love all of you to maybe think about as well. Think about the Activate group, think about training, and just think about how we can grow our teams. Because one thing that I know about, LifeVantage, in that they are looking for leaders. They're looking for leaders in different places. So I think everyone needs to start. If you want to be the leader is normally on the stage. So, we need to start practicing and taking groups on. So, another thing I'd been thinking about was group-based learning. So rather than each of us, when we launch a distributor, that we are going in and spending that hour showing them the back office, showing them this and that, maybe we do a weekly, and we take it in turns on a roster, a weekly group-based learning. So one person on a Wednesday night, any distributor we've signed up from Wednesday to Tuesday jumps on, and one of us would just open up our screen, and they would open up theirs and do a little workshop. So it's kind of a Q&A that the person has of asking somebody else and getting to know other leaders as well, rather than just thinking they've just got the person that signed them up. So that was one of the things I was thinking. And also I do think there needs to be a bit more product training or some kind of product information. I know that we have videos, but I don't know, do people watch the videos? Do they watch the back office training, and do they even go on training? I'm finding more and more people aren't going on training. Why not? I want to really kind of grow. And I do know the minute people come away from training and they're not in a community, and we're all saying collectively we feel this together, they do start to disappear. So
I believe it's too overwhelming. I believe there's too much training, too many events, too many groups, too many everything. And I believe that this is one of the things I really would love to see change next year, that we have simple processes, that somebody goes from Pro 1 to Pro 2, maintains it, to Pro 3, maintains it. I think one of the things I'm really proud about, G, is I joined last September. I didn't do much, as you know. In June, I decided I was going Pro 3. I went Pro 3 and I never fell back. I maintained it through October. I went Pro 4 and I've never fallen back, and I'm not going to fall back now or next month. And in February, I will go Pro 5. And I think that people, they get told one a month, and they go, it's just all too overwhelming. They need simple steps, you know. They time poor, they just need simple steps. This is how you get up from Pro 1 to Pro 2. I mean, Pollyanna is an example. She said to me the other day, just tell me what I have to do. I want to know just how many distributors and how many customers does that amount to. Thank you, got it. And off she goes and does it. Don't give me all the mindset and the rationing, you know, but all too much, all over the place. So I think that our group, if we can bring our distributors in and keep them in by just giving them simple processes where they succeed, not get to Pro 3, then back to Pro 1, and then that's where they stay for the next 6 months and then they give up.
Yeah.
You know, and I lost a distributor in my downline. I think she's coming back, but it was just through overwhelm and this massive call to action, and she went, oh, forget it, you know. So that's what I'd love to see.
I think the other problem with the training is the training just repeats itself. So the calls are very similar, and I think we need to get themes for the calls around, you know, this is a call around how you build your legs, or this is a call about how you go up the ladder from the pros. This is a call about mindset, so that people can actually select what they need. You know, this isn't training if you become disillusioned with the you need a reboot. You know, I think we need to maybe brainstorm what are the topics of the training and who can run them, and how do we make them really valuable. So, oh my God, I don't want to miss that training.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's being a little bit too ad hoc.
Yeah. Well, I would love to maybe have that as something that we do all think about, and think of some training sessions that you think would be valuable. Like, let's literally go back as somebody that's just started. You know, what do you think now you wished you had training on at the beginning that could have maybe helped you, you know, grow? I mean, the great thing is, what I'm so fortunate about is that most of the people that we've signed up, most of them are still here, which is really, really encouraging, you know. But I think, yes, simple systems that we need to move on and realize that people don't do this full time, and they can't just keep jumping on. And it's okay if you know that it's Pro 1 to Pro 3 and you're already at a Pro 4, don't jump on the training then. Like, this feeling that you have to be on, I think that people feel that they have to be on. If you choose to be on, that's okay, but maybe that's a night that you gather up, you know, that you have a one-on-one or a mentoring session. How do I get from here to here? Like, one of the good things I feel that I can add, I do like to strategize. I feel I'm a bit of a strategist when it comes to leg growth, when it comes to, and I do think every month there should be a training before the end of the month on how to how to strategize on how to actually do your placements. Because every month we have new people that are coming in that don't understand about the holding tank, or don't understand about legs and leg splits and things like that. So that is something that I think nearly once a month needs to be, you know, the last Monday of the month. You know, don't stress about where your people go now. We train on that the last Monday of every month or something. That's just one thing I've been thinking of.
And goal setting.
Definitely. So, goal setting, yes.
Simple, effective goal setting, because I don't care what anybody says. You can write down all the goals in the world, and you're not going to reach them unless you have the strategies that actually get you there. So the tactics, the strategies and the tactics. So I know Pollyanna wants to offer a goal-setting session for the whole of Team Heart at the start of the year, and that's very much something she's very, it's her thing. So that may be something, but she was looking to do that right at the start in January.
I think we're jumping into problem solving of what we're supposed to think about. So I think we've gone down a bit of a rabbit hole around what we're supposed to write down and think about for the training. Let's not try to solve it all now, because I think we'll end up brainstorming what we're supposed to be taking action on.
Okay, so if we can all just maybe over the next 2 or 3 weeks, you know, because I'm away till the 13th. So if everyone, and I know a lot of people have some time then, if we can just think about where we see this going, realistic goals for ourselves as well as the growth that we want to have. I know, Tanya, we're working on maybe the Europe as well, because some of us in here have some people in Europe, but there's huge expansions there. And just where we see ourselves, you know, growing next year. I think us growing, the team growing, and creating duplication. I think duplication is something that and not overwhelm. So simple systems and that don't create overwhelm, and that people are being educated. I like what you said about setting up themes. You know, I think that's really important as well. I think it would be good to have theme training. So, so Tanya, do you think, maybe we just think up of some topics over the next couple of weeks, or?
I think if we can think of the topics, then we can also think about who can do which topics.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, think of the topics and also think about how we do them really quickly. Like if we could, people don't watch, there's a lot of research, people don't watch long videos anymore. Like people are starting to watch like 2 or 3 minute videos, even getting someone to watch a TED talk, you know, which is roughly that 15-minute video is becoming difficult. So how could we do little 2 or 3 minute videos on YouTube that's, you know, on your leg or on mindset? Because actually you can pack quite a lot. If you get sync on your communication, you can pack quite a lot into a 3 to 5 minute video.
Okay. Yes. And look, I agree with that. I think that because I know with my sons, when they looked at some of our back office videos, they went, oh my gosh, that was just so boring. They were like, there is no way I would listen to that for 15 minutes. And I went, yeah, but you have to understand, we have had a lot of people that didn't literally know how to copy and paste. But I think now, moving on, a lot different people are going to be coming as well. So we do probably need to make them sharp, concise, to the point, and
refresher type videos, you know, like reboot your mindset, like boom, that could be a 3 minute. Anyway, we're getting into problem solving again.
Okay. All right. So thank you. I know it's 45 minutes. We did go over, but I wanted everyone to introduce each other to, and look, I think Renil is going to be really powerful, and Beata. Denise has got a wealth of information. Paula, Marisol, she was corporate as well. So there, and Nicola will be coming on. So we've got some great product people. We've got some great health and wellness people. We've got some great corporate people. We've got some health professionals. And I think together, collectively, we can really make a difference together moving into 2018, which will help all our teams simplify systems so we all grow. Brilliant. Okay, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
So I'll put this up, and we'll work on creating another meeting where we're all going to be on once we get back, and let's see what ideas we can pull together.
Thanks, G.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye.